Here's a look at every single set releasing on October 1st of 2025. I'll start with the GWP being the Celebration Series Luminous Ghost with 167 pieces included in a purchase of $120 or more in any LEGO theme all the way up till October the 7th. So LEGO would price this around $20 as you can see right here, which isn't that bad considering it's almost price per piece, and it also comes with a light brick, which of course costs a little bit more money. So this is the Halloween GWP, which they usually do. I have the exact one from last year. It was this pumpkin one, which also has a light brick in it, and I actually really like it. I honestly don't like this one as much as last year's. There's not enough detail on the bottom area where the ghost is floating. I do kind of like the chains and the bat and the pumpkin. It kind of just seems like a rip-off of last year's one and kind of a worse quality. But I do like the translucent bricks on the ghost's face, but it is a GWP after all. GWP I will get mad at is the $1,000 Death Star GWP, being the TIE Fighter with Imperial hanger rack, which has 236 pieces. 3 minifigures, none of them being exclusive, just a TIE pilot, as well as 2 Imperial Stormtroopers. LEGO thinks it will be priced at around $35. And I think it is a pretty cool concept to have a TIE fighter hanging up on the Death Star, but honestly, I don't think it's what you should be getting for that much money in the first place. I think it's a really cool concept, but also shouldn't be a GWP, and is also horribly made. The TIE fighter, it looks like worse than one that we've seen in the 4+ set, actually, from like 2019, the TIE Fighter Attack, which was actually bigger, had bigger wings, less detail, but still bigger wings. And honestly, this one is not the greatest and wouldn't really persuade me to get this set day one, of course, being $1,000. The $1,000 set, of course, being the UCS Death Star with 9,023 pieces and a grand total of 38 minifigures, the most we've seen in any set, and also the most expensive that LEGO has ever made, with a retail price of, again, $1,000. Honestly, this one is definitely not worth the money because of the lack of arm printing or leg printing, or rather dual the legs for all the Imperial officers you get. And Galen Arceau not having arm printing was also one of the flaws with the set. The beach trooper, I guess the hot tub trooper, is honestly, that could have just been the GWP with him in the hot tub. That would have been a better GWP, and also would have cost LEGO less because there would have been already including it. And the Death Star, you can't really see it too well here. It does have a separate room. One of the only reasons I would get this is because of the Imperial Landing Shuttle. I really like that, and the hangar bay looks really nice, but it also doesn't come with a whole lot of Stormtroopers. I feel like they could have just thrown in 2 more to make it with 40 figures, but I guess there is technically 2 more in the GWP if you get on the first. But LEGO is probably going to do the same thing they did with Jango Fett Slave 1 and just make it not exclusive to the first, which I don't like at all. But it is a pretty cool set. I mean, it is, I guess price per piece is not the greatest, as well as the figures, but if you just stand back and look at it, I feel like it is a pretty nice set. Definitely underrated. A lot of people aren't liking it. I know it's starting to grow on a lot of people. There's a lot of cool details, cool like hidden details, features, and also it does come with stickers, so that is kind of a game changer, at least for me. I wouldn't be purchasing this anyway, being $1,000, of course, but still, honestly, that just makes it worse. It's small things like that just like downgrade the set a lot. Next is a set I'll actually be purchasing, probably not on the first, but definitely sometime very soon, being the Gingerbread AT-AT Walker for $60, coming with 697 pieces. It also comes with 1 minifigure, being Gingerbread Vader, who looks really nice. This is, of course, like a seasonal set, definitely better than the one they did like 2 years ago. I think it was like the interior of the Falcon from the sequels, which I didn't like at all. This one is sort of like a smaller than play scale even set, and honestly, I still really like this. I'll probably display it with Vader outside of the Gingerbread AT-AT. Still really cool set. Definitely like this one, and probably gonna get this one on the first, or again sometime soon. Honestly, there's not too many flaws for $60. You are getting overpriced per piece with an exclusive minifigure, which will most likely stay exclusive. And also comes with a cool like interior with a fireplace and like a wreath and all that. So I think it is a pretty cool, fun, and festive way to celebrate the holidays, especially for Star Wars, which you don't get a lot. Next is the Game Boy for $60, releasing on October 1st with or without insiders. This one has 421 pieces, and you can actually find this early. I think it's the most common one to find early at your local Costco, Target, or Walmart. I haven't found any. I mean, even if I did find it early, I probably wouldn't purchase this because I'd rather get the gingerbread AT-AT for the same price with more pieces and I guess more figures as well. This one doesn't really come with one, but this one still is really cool. It comes with two different, or I guess three different like front screens. One is the Nintendo logo, and then one is for each game that you get, being Zelda and Super Mario. You can have one on the stand that includes, and you can also have one on the game, and it also comes with Game Boy stand. I think this is actually a really cool set. They definitely went a little bit overpriced. I feel like $50 would be a little bit better, but I guess it does take more money to actually produce these types of pieces. And here's the like schematics, I guess, of it, or the length and width here. And I think it is a pretty cool set. It's just a little bit overpriced, which honestly I don't mind too much, especially if you're a Nintendo fan. I definitely recommend getting this one. This is definitely a really good set, but on the first, it's not really a must-have. There's nothing you'd really get on this. Honestly, I would probably wait for a deal, but it wouldn't be a too crazy deal, and I wouldn't really be mad at you for getting this day one. For some festive sets here, starting them off, we have the Holiday Express train with 956 pieces with a retail price of $130. This one is actually a pretty cool train. They definitely went a little bit overpriced here. Maybe $100 would have been good. $130 is a little bit pushing it. I know it has figures, but honestly, I don't think there's anything really exclusive. The only reason I would think that this is a little bit overpriced is because of the 3D printed piece. Technically, the second 3D printed piece they've ever made, including the like Lego House Duck, which was like an exclusive a long time ago, and that's a very rare piece. But this seems to be Lego compatible, and I think it actually moves the wheels as well. And of course, you can attach all the pieces, meaning Lego compatible. Here's all the figures it comes with, which are pretty nice figures. Maybe would have liked to include a little bit more. Again, I know 3D printed piece probably costs a little bit more, is why it's more expensive. But besides that, honestly, the build looks really nice. Maybe you could fit it like in between like a small Christmas tree. You could have the Christmas tree in the center and then the train going around. I think this is actually a really cool idea. Maybe could have came with a little bit more tracks, or I believe there's probably like a track set that you can buy where it's just like train tracks, so hopefully you can attach to make it a little bit longer. I feel like that would have been a little bit nicer for the set, but still really cool. Next is the $330 family Christmas tree with 3,171 pieces. This set comes with, I think, 9 technically minifigures, including Santa Claus. It doesn't mention it here for some reason. It comes with a little sleigh, some elves, which I actually really like. Of course, a giant Christmas tree, which I believe has, yep, here is the interior, which I can't really see too well, but I know Santa Claus also comes with dual molded legs, which is crazy. He has dual molded legs in $330 set, and there's also a cheaper set, which I'll talk about later in this wave, that comes with dual molded legs on him, and they can't include it in the $1,000 Death Star. Honestly, just to summarize it, I think it's definitely a little bit overpriced by like a little bit, but I wouldn't spend $300 on a Christmas tree, even if it had like 3,300 pieces. I still wouldn't purchase this because there's so much other sets you could get. There's so much better, cheaper Christmas sets. Like you could probably get 2 trains, which would be only like a little bit more than this. So honestly, probably wouldn't get this one. Prefer the train set if you really want a Christmas set. Next is the Festive Gingerbread House for $40, releasing on October 1st, again with 498 pieces. This is the one with the dual molded leg Santa Claus, which also comes in, I believe, almost every Christmas set, releasing this wave, which is, again, crazy because not a single dual molded leg in the $1,000 Death Star. But I can't really complain about this set in particular. I complain about the Death Star, though. But it basically comes with a really nice gingerbread house, which is actually pretty good price per piece, almost 500 pieces for only $40. And you can like open it up here to make like sort of the feel of two houses next to each other. If you kind of push it against the wall, you can make a full house with some interior on both sides. Really well built. Really like the Santa Claus figure. I actually love how they made dual molded legs, which is kind of crazy. Also, really like the stained glass windows as well. Interior isn't that good, which is why personally I would have it displayed like how they do here. I think it makes it seem bigger, and is also the interior isn't the greatest, but still $40, can't lie. Really good set. Again, price per piece is amazing. Definitely one of the Christmas sets I'd pick up if I was like interested in it. For $15 more, you can get the third upscale minifigure, being the upscaled Santa minifigure for $55, releasing on October 1st with 761 pieces. So this set is actually pretty good, like most of the upscaled figures. I mean, nothing really changed beside the beard and the hat, which I guess is a little bit of a change, but this is actually a really nice set to have on display for Christmas time. I feel like it's actually a really cool way to display. And of course, it shows the dual molded leg, which we actually get as a figure. But sadly, not in the set. It's not like a scam, because it is 700 pieces for $55, which I would usually think $55 is a little bit overpriced. They should just bump it down to $50. But I mean, 761 pieces is kind of crazy, so I think this is a really good deal. And I mean, it is seasonal set, so you're only going to display it for like a little bit of the time, so you're probably going to want to pay a little bit less for it. But honestly, really, really nice set. Great one for Christmas, and obviously amazing for display. I really like these lifestyle images. Next is the Snowman Ornaments for $12.99, releasing on October 1st with 168 pieces, which is actually a good price per piece, not even $15 for 168 pieces. And again, really, really good for like a cheaper side of a Christmas set. Honestly, not really any flaws with it. You just hang it up on your Christmas tree. Pretty simple concept. I really like these. They actually look pretty good in design-wise. You include one of the candy cane pieces, a lantern. I hope they make some other ones as well. I kind of feel like a little bit left out because they only made like 2 snowman ones. They could have made at least like 3 different packs, like Gingerbread Man, maybe Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, like an elf or something. Could have been way better, but still, I mean, I can't really say anything bad about this one. Really good price per piece, amazing, and great display for Christmas. I mean, it's not that hard to display either, because it's just like simple ornament, and they hopefully will make more next year, and I might actually get them. The final set of the wave being Drift and Raven figures, or the Drift and Raven brickheads, for retail price of $20, which comes with 280 pieces, which is a pretty fair price, one brickhead being $10 and then 2 being $20. This is, I believe, the second brickheads like sets based off it. I believe there's a GWP last year, which was pretty good. I believe I actually sold that one, so I still don't have it. But 2 of the brickheads here, Drift, Raven, can't really tell too much on accuracy, but they seem pretty cool and accurate, and I mean, price per piece is really good. So I mean, why not pick this one up, especially if you're like a Fortnite fan. Hopefully they'll make more brickheads in the future. So in this summary, there's a lot of good sets that I would recommend purchasing. Of course, if you're gonna get the Death Star, I probably wouldn't get it day one. The Game Boy is a great set, but I'd personally prefer the Gingerbread AT-AT. There's a lot of good Christmas sets. I would probably pick between the upscaled Santa figure or the festive gingerbread house. And if you have a little bit more of a budget to spend, definitely the Holiday Express train rather than the Christmas tree. So that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing rest of your day. Let me know where you're picking up on October 1st. See you all in the next one.